I'll wait for you to finish. No, go on. Unless you're...
Okay.
You good?
Yep.
All right. Lightly.
Okay, I'm good. The possible belch. I was just like, I'm sure we'll get plenty of them later.
Right. All right, so I actually have a bullet point list this time.
Okay.
Want to see it?
Yes.
Ha! Right. Like we're gonna know. Like, fuck it.
I forgot to say in the last installment, which if you haven't listened, you should totally. By the way, thank you for stopping by once again. If it's your first time, go back, watch the other one, or watch this list or listen. I don't care. Yeah, last time we were talking about our Halloween candies.
Oh, and I totally changed the subject on you.
No, I don't even remember how it went. I think we just kind of derailed as per the usual. But yeah, yours was, what is it, Twix, Kit Kat?
Twix, Kit Kat, and then possibly another third one that I don't remember.
Whatever. Yeah. So we were talking about that, and then we started going on a tangent for something else. Then I never said what mine was, and then I was thinking about it, and then I just kind of forgot.
Shit.
Right.
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Just you know that one person.
No, you're getting off track. Fucking say your candy. This is exactly what happened last time.
Okay.
And say your fucking candy. Or candies, plural.
Candies. Okay, first is Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Because that's like king
Frozen?
for me.
Frozen?
Sure.
Have you ever had them frozen?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right, continue.
Yeah, so like you look for the fucking orange cup in the bag. And I'm like, okay, they're the orange cups. That and Snickers. Those are the two. Now, as I was going to say before, which was going to be another derail, was that one person who cries... but they don't really make that much noise. They're like
yes.
Yeah, that's what I was going for there.
You cry so hard that you don't make noise.
As in what many children do, because they're just like, well, actually, would you rather have the one who goes like, or the one that actually cries?
I mean, if they're gonna cry in the room with that, crying but not effective crying, I mean, go for it.
Inefficient crying.
But yeah, you're asking me what would I rather have my kid do? Be heard when crying or not? All right, no, I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't remember how I'm pretty sure I was the loud one. I was like,
I think I sniffled a lot.
Sniffled? Yeah, that sniffling sounds good.
I can't. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that. Yep, that's it.
Hyperventilating?
Yeah. Trying to say words while crying at the same time. Oh my god. This is a really sad thing to start off with. If that's gonna gauge how this is gonna go tonight, this is gonna be depressing.
So what was your crying like as a child? Well,
leave a comment below. Tell us how you cried when you were a child. Or if you cried at all.
Were you one of them tough bitches that didn't cry?
Or if you don't have any tear ducts at all. It's like, actually, guys, I'm not a carbon-based life form. I am a visitor from another planet where tear ducts don't exist. Oh, man.
Good talk.
Good talk.
All right, we're done?
Okay, that's it. Goodbye. Leaving.
No, but,
Oh, Jesus. But yeah, so it's getting cold.
Oh my god, no, I'm not ready.
It's getting so cold. Like this morning, I was in a hurry to leave, and then I look at my windows, I'm like, shit! It started. Guess it should have been tipped off when I took the dog out, and instead of dew, there was like, almost frost even.
What time did you get up this morning?
5. Yeah.
Okay, because I saw a couple of people's Facebook posts like, oh no, it's a cold one out there. I was like, fuck, no, yeah. I'm not ready for this. But then when I walked outside, I got up at 10 for school, but I was like, this isn't bad. What the fuck are they talking about?
Oh yeah.
I was busting a little sweat on my walk to the bus.
Just a little bit. Yeah. Later on, it started getting okay, but earlier in the morning, it was like, oh Lord, it was like Hoth, essentially.
Well, yeah, when I came back, my car was just layered in a thin sheet of frost or whatever.
Yeah.
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 It's like, actually, guys, I'm not a carbon-based life form. I am a visitor from another planet where tear ducts don't exist.
Yeah.
fuck this weather.
Yeah. Oh, Hoth. There we go. Transition. Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Oh my god, dude. I can't wait. EA Early Access is going to allow me to play it tomorrow. I can't decide if I want to get ahead in multiplayer or just play the campaign all the way through with no disturbances.
Well, yeah, maybe you'll want to do the campaign, because once everyone else gets it later, you could just go straight into multiplayer with them. Yeah.
But then it's like everyone else is going to... Oh, I don't know if they'll actually do the single player. But I like Star Wars canon, so... And since that's totally all canon this time around, yeah, I'm all for it.
Oh, yeah, totally. So, like, did they say when this takes place?
Well, the story?
Yeah, the story.
Right when the Death Star blows up and you're on Endor.
Oh, okay.
Like, you are on Endor as the Death Star is blowing up.
Oh.
So,
Jesus.
Right there. And it leads you up to Episode 7.
So it's a legitimate, like, canon
It's
thing.
legitimate, yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. Because I can't even remember what... Did the original Battlefronts have, like, a set story mode?
People are going to argue... I mean, yes. So, Battlefront 2, you played as a clone trooper that was part of Order 66. And then the whole Galactic Conquest thing. Which, by the way, people, is an overglorified map select that you're on just a linear path. I said it. I enjoyed it, but I said it. Get over it.
Linear.
Anyway. No, but, yeah, no, there was a story to it. Nothing adding new, really, except getting, like, a new visual standpoint, I guess.
Uh-huh.
But no, like, this is, like, a new story catered to
plug in,
yeah.
Right? Okay, yeah. And this could also transition to the movie that's going to be coming out. It's
exactly.
like, oh, hey, you know.
Speaking of the movie,
more Star Wars.
I want the posters and the giveaways, and all right, I'm gonna say possible spoilers if you don't want to hear anything about The Last Jedi. But I'll give you 5 more seconds before I start saying shit.
Okay, go.
Okay, all right. So, like, you've been looking at the posters and stuff, right?
Yeah, I've noticed that everyone loves Porg.
Fuck that furry fucking penguin. Anyway, no, like, so, like, the movie theater posters have, like, they have dark side posters and light side posters, and Luke's in them both.
In both of them.
And, like, they have the stands, and, like, you can connect the stands, and it's like he's on both. So I'm like, both either means he's gonna betray. Or maybe he's
betray Ray. Okay, go ahead.
but yeah, no, the Grey Jedi.
Yeah,
is I don't know. A couple of people told me like, hey, just shut up. That's so whatever. Like they're against
fantasy, man.
They're against it. I was like, no, because if that's a thing, then Revan's a thing, because Revan basically started the Grey Jedi Order, and I like Revan so much.
Revan, oh, I fucking dropped this thing. I got it. But yeah, I don't see a problem with it, because what would go wrong with canonizing Revan in that instance?
I don't know, because if they do, then they can open up the Old Republic storylines of Malak and Revan and everything else, and that would be great.
Bring back all the EU somehow. Yeah. Even though they, like, so what? Like, once the Force Awakens that come out, they just kind of said no to the rest of the EU?
I guess. I mean, once Disney took over, they fucking said that Starkiller from Force Unleashed wasn't anything anymore.
Doesn't count, man.
I was like, he was such a cool thing. That would have been a cool movie.
Yeah.
Like, if they did a movie on Starkiller, that would have been so fucking cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have.
I mean, they're doing whatever the hell they want with this expanded universe now, like, in terms of movies, because Obi-Wan movies apparently in the works. You got the Yoda one, you got the Han Solo one.
Okay.
So
those are the 3 confirmed. There's Obi-Wan,
yeah,
Yoda, Han Solo.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I could see a Revan film might be hard. You have to be really stretching your imagination there, but like, even fucking a Darth Vader film with him hunting down the rest of the Jedi would be so cool.
Yeah, I think that would be a top complaint if someone were to see a Darth Vader and be like, well, all the Star Wars movies are about Darth Vader already. But, like,
okay,
doesn't...
Then it brings back to my original point, fucking put Starkiller back in the fucking canon.
It just whips all back around. And, like, yeah, I think it'd be cool to see the Darth Vader aspect of him hunting down...
honestly, like, if they did that, I would want them to not hold back, and I would like to see an R-rated
First,
Star Wars.
yeah, I was about to say first R-rated Star Wars film.
I mean,
even in like the comics of
the comics, he's
Star
fucking
Wars
ruthless.
Yeah, it was gruesome from like the little bits that I've seen. I'm just like, oh, the head used to be there, right? Then he force majiggered and it's gone.
It's literally, the comic is like, here, follow me on my killing spree. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Come with me. He's the Willy Wonka of murder.
yeah.
Well, yeah, but like there's him. I wish
A Darth Maul one,
yes.
maybe?
Yeah, I was about to say I wish
Darth
there was some
Maul
more of
and
Darth
his
Maul
brother.
because he wasn't, covered. I know he was covered more in like the Clone Wars
He
animated
was.
series,
And
but
they even showed how Obi-Wan and Darth Maul finally, like, just how that arc ended.
yeah,
That was cool. It was a little underwhelming, in my personal opinion, like, how it ended. It was, like, super quick, but, like,
Yeah.
I mean, it got closure.
right. Yeah, the fact that he got cut in half and he still survived. It's like, what?
Oh, I mean, I really like how they went in depth with that. Just, like...
It's like, wow. That's kind of... Yeah, I forgot his brother's name, but yeah, like those two. Just to put them into, like, at least the cinema aspect. Because, right, they're in Clone Wars. And I'm sure they were covered in, like, the EU, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were... So, like, if they could
They had a
implement...
Darth Maul game in the works, for God's sake. And
Oh, they
canceled
did?
that. Played, like, Arkham Asylum, it looked like, so...
Aw, man.
Oh, God, it looks so cool. And, of course, along with 1313, and then the most recently canceled game by Visceral and shut down, it's like, God.
Lots of great potential things that just get kind of thrown into the aether and never come back.
It's going to be another Star Wars pod racing game, then,
kinda
if you're going to keep canceling shit.
Yeah, now this is pod racing.
But just do pod racing, but, like, with the Burnout engine.
Yeah.
Like how Burnout had all the crashing and shit. Just Frostbite engine with pod racing. Make it happen.
If only there was like for Battlefront 2, there was just like a game type where you just race on speeders.
Like a demolition derby or something.
Yeah, like you race on speeders and then you try to get the first place, or like pod racing of that too.
There was a quick in Battlefront 1. There was like a little mission where you actually had to go through Endor on the speeders, but
Yeah, I
That's
can't remember that one. Yeah,
that's
Then again,
beside
I
the
played a long
point.
time ago. Yeah, but yeah, Battlefront 2, it's got a lot of room for the improvement there. For like the potential improvements on the first one, because I know it's already kind of iffy because of the whole loot crate fiasco.
Then they've already talked about,
And they already covered that though, which is good. It's good that they're the type to address any concerns that people have over that. Because the first time people see loot crates, they're like, "Oh, what the fuck is this?" Especially for a game that
I mean,
buy
this
up
year has
front
been all microtransactions and
It's still
bullshit
going,
news
yeah.
stories, yeah. So.
it's still going, and like some people are like, "Oh, it shouldn't be put into like the freaking game that you already bought. Like for free to play, it's okay, but not this." And it's like,
games are expensive as fuck to make.
yeah, yeah.
If you don't want them to start charging like that anymore, maybe you want your games to be $120 a piece.
Now,
I don't.
if the loot crates were to determine like how well you do in the game, like cosmetic stuff and little tidbits that are
See,
good.
that's what the thing was at first, because like the things that you got out of those loot crates in the beta were upgrade cards. So yeah, it would originally help you.
Yeah.
So yes, there was a kind of a pay to win factor, but then the most recent update said they took out all the upgradey ones.
Yeah.
There's going to be some that you can get in that loot crate, but all of the ones that are really going to help you are going to be in-game challenges and achievements that you need to do.
So they fixed it.
Yeah.
So there we go. So what's the problem? People still bitch about fucking loot crates and shit.
Oh, they got a cool costume because they paid for it. Well, shit, it costs money to make.
Yeah. And like, even then, like, we play several different things, like Smite and Paladins and
You can play those games absolutely fucking free.
and then like everything else is cosmetic, avatars, skins,
Wards, all that.
emotes. An emote is not going to dictate whether you win or lose a match unless
He's
you
making fun of me more fabulously than I can make fun of
right.
him.
Yeah, like if you're doing a very fabulous distraction to the enemy, then maybe I get it. I guess that would
His
help you in
taunt
battle.
is too magnificent to look away. Fuck off.
God. Oh no, I can't help but stare while the rest of the team takes the objective from us. So the But yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with the presence of the loot crates themselves. I mean, once you start getting into whether or not it's gonna make or break your game experience, then yeah, there's a problem. But for the most part, that's not gonna happen. And clearly, if there's an even remote presence of it, people are gonna say something, and hopefully somebody fixes it, like in this case. Oh man, how is it with Shadow of War? Because I haven't played that. Does that have like a whole?
Okay, so I haven't bought any myself, but like the ones that you get for you're cooking the shit out of it. No, like the ones that you buy in Shadow of War, like yes, there are orcs that'll come right out of that chest that are considered legendary.
They're orcs,
but yeah. But yeah, I mean you can find orcs in the game and just do it that way, but it's the shortcut way. It's a time saver. It's like not like they can't be earned in the game,
right?
But it's a shortcut,
right?
Basically, what it is there.
Yeah.
And in a sense, if someone has all these super high power level orcs, they're gonna be higher up. Like when you do like the ranked conquest, you have to work your way up to fight the stronger castles.
Yeah.
You're going to have a stronger army to take on those stronger orcs if you get up there. It's not like the game is going to be like, okay, you have level 1 orcs. Oh, look, here's someone with like your entire castle is 60 levels higher than you. And no, you have to work your way up. It's not like they're going to fuck you over. They're going to place you where you place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like the whole loot crate deal is like, it's fine. It's okay. Don't have a cow, man. But then again, at some point, you just got to realize that not everybody's going to be happy, or like you'll never be able to reach that.
No, because there are legitimate people that actually buy those because they're like, hey, I don't have time. I'm going to buy it and get it out of the way.
Yeah. And
then there's going to be those people, if it for some reason disappeared off of the face of the earth.
Yeah.
There would still be mad people about it.
Yeah.
And it's
if you were to get rid of loot crates, people would be like, oh, why'd you get rid of loot crate? If you have more loot crate, be like, oh, why'd you have more loot crate? There is nothing you can do to atone with everyone. Somebody's gonna always have a problem. One person gonna be like, hey, I ain't got time to plug into this game to catch up with the people to pay. It's like, well, then you could pay. It's like, but I don't want to pay.
It's like, fuck these loot boxes and microtransactions as they're swiping their fucking credit card
as they're swiping. So
I shouldn't have to buy this piece of crap.
Yeah, yeah, right. So
oh yeah, you yelling at me and telling me how much of a big boy you are against microtransactions, and you're buying into it. And totally shows them
as you proceed to buy into it. It's just like, and like. As a dev, there's only so much you could do at that point. It's like, sure, you can listen to like the general consensus, but you're always going to have that small group of, I don't know, persistent pricks who are just like going to bitch about everything you do. Like, I point this out every time. Like, we play, at least we used to. We're going to get back into it. There's Smite.
I was totally down. There's just certain people that were just being negative Nancy's about it last night.
Yeah, some people were.
And they're like, oh, I'm glad I'm not. No, fuck you. I like this game. No.
I see. I was rubber banding.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it was bad because you guys were seeing it too. It was like really bad. The other teams probably like, what the hell's wrong with them? Okay, so yeah, like we're playing.
I bought my fabulous new skin. I'm gonna use it.
Right. Yeah. See, Smite's got a firm grip on the skin game on me there. That's I can't even recall.
It's back to us two just playing Smite. Everyone else said fuck off.
Yeah, everyone said stop.
People playing Call of Duty, which is a good game this year. I don't blame them.
Yeah.
But we're going to be playing Battlefront in like less than a week.
Battlefront, yeah. So
I can't wait.
The Smite spree might end, soon enough there.
But we'll fall back to it as we always do.
We'll fall back later, yeah. We just relapse. We just have a problem. So yeah, with the Smite though, I've told you several times, like you've noticed, every time you see on like the Smite Facebook page or like a YouTube video, the first 2 or 3 comments, either most of them or all of them, are going to be people complaining about something.
Yep.
Some of them
even if it's like a charity, if like I've seen they had like a charity video and they're like new skin, like they were just fucking complaining. They weren't adding anything into the game. It was just a charity video notification, and they were just complaining about it.
Yeah, be like, how about you balance the game out or something? It's like, come on,
How
man.
about you balance the game before you post the video?
Before you post a video for, what was it, like cancer research or something like that? It was something like that, and then they try to plug game balance. It's like, this is not the time or place for that. Aren't there forums or something you could bitch at on Reddit or something? The subreddit or some shit?
And then get points marked down for being a bitch.
Yeah, and get marked down. Get negative gold. You end up owing Reddit money or some shit. It's like, your post was so bad. We need $5 from you right now. But yeah, like, there's always people complaining. It's always about, like, little frivolous shit, too. It's like, how about you nerf Nemesis is a fucking slice or something? Or something obscure like that.
Cerberus!
Cerberus is happening! I
Oh
still
my God.
can't believe it. I hope he's a guardian, because he's a
Guard
guardian.
dog.
Yeah, he's a guard dog.
For anyone that doesn't know what Cerberus is, it's Hades' guard dog of the underworld. And also, if you want to go take a fucking look at Harry Potter, for example, it's basically in the first movie.
It's Fluffy.
Fluffy is basically Cerberus.
Fluffy is essentially Cerberus, a three-headed doge, and it's so great.
Guarding what was it? That was the Sorcerer's Stone it was guarding, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
because they dropped down into yeah. Basically Cerberus.
So, like, if he's a warrior, then it's like...
I can kind of see a warrior,
Yeah.
but what was the last guardian we got?
Ganesh?
Which was...
I can't remember.
Alright, because currently it's going to be a Discordia.
Discordia's
Which is
a
a
mage,
mage.
yeah.
And if we go back one, Hachiman is a
was
hunter.
We go back again, was... Fuck, I've lost track.
Was RTO? Fuck.
I don't know if it was RTO. Yeah.
Or no, yeah, it was RTO, and then
RTO.
before that was Daji.
Daji. Before that was Kernunos.
I don't know. Okay,
I can't remember.
whatever. We don't have that.
I don't
many.
follow
There's not
up
a
as
lot
much
of
as I
Guardians,
used
right?
to.
Guardians has the least amount of roles, right?
No, I think
Warrior.
Warriors do now. Yeah, before Guardians used to have, like, when I started in Season 2, there were, like, 9 or 10 Guardians, and there were, like, 10 or 11 Warriors. It was, like, close call. But now, Warriors have the smallest bit. So if they do make Cerberus a Warrior, I kind of get that, but he needs to have that...
Anything but a tanky-ish role or a guardy role, it's just like...
Yeah, he needs, like, muscle to him, because he's supposed to be, like a thick boy, you know?
He's gonna be a warrior assassin, like, fucking...
And, yeah, Cerberus the assassin be like, fuck off, come on, man. But, yeah, Cerberus has been one I've always looked forward to. Ganesh was another one I've always looked at and like, hey, wonder what that... I don't mean to offend anyone here with pantheons and stuff, but it's like, hey, the elephant one, you know?
Yeah.
That one would look pretty cool. How would you incarnate that?
And they did it.
And then they did it. And then there's a mammoth skin coming out. That's exciting. I would really like a robot Ganesh, though.
Oh, yeah.
Robo Ganesh would be really cool. We just got, what, Hippie Bacchus?
Gen.mesh? I don't know.
Gen.mesh.
Is it a mesh file? I don't know.
A mesh file?
Is it a mesh? Mesh file's a thing, right? Is it a no.
I don't know.
Have an IT app. No, fuck that shit.
Like, what are the other ones? There's Run EXE Mercury. There's
Run-
Jaguar.
And then there's crit.dmg.
Crit.dmg. Okay, so, like, it could sound like one.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to be an exact one, like a RAR or a EXE. But, I don't know.
What was, is there 3 or 4 of them? Because, yeah, Zabal has one.
Hunbots. Hun.bots or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I like those. Again, like, even apparently some of the skins do change, like, your gameplay experience. So, like, some of them are banned in Pro Leagues, right? Because, like,
There's a couple of them. Like, I know the Apollo Secret Agent, because you can see more of the alt area.
See more of the alt area.
think-
Dark Lord Wukong, because of his,
you can't tell which...
his transformations.
Yeah.
It's harder to tell what he is. So, like, there are some exceptions.
Then the
yeah.
Hebo one, they said has an advantage, but it's not so much to where they ban it, but, like, his
Which one?
His dude bro surfer skin actually has somewhat of a better camera view, because I think it's like angled differently.
Yeah.
So you can kind of see more, but it's not drastically enough to where they ban it.
Okay. Yeah, gotcha. See, I want to get back into, because before, he used to play this shit religiously.
Oh, yeah.
Then went on a massive hiatus.
And then went back.
Consisted of several months, and then we started coming back again. But now, there's this other thing from hi-rez, Fucking
Paladins.
Paladins has got a firm grip on the balls there. It's just like, ugh. So I remember downloading that. We played like a very little bit, at least compared to now.
We played like 4 or 5 matches.
We played like 4 or 5 matches of it. And I took a look at when I downloaded it. It was in December of last year.
And we played like 4 to 5 matches.
4 or 5 matches and never touched it again. And then recently, I don't even know.
Died.
Yeah. Oh man.
Fucking Fabu Bomb King.
BK. Yeah. His subtitle is His Majesty.
Oh, good. I didn't even know that.
I was wondering. I'm like, what is his subtitle? His name's Bomb King, so it can't be King of Bombs for a subtitle. So it's just His Majesty.
Bomb King, King of Bombs.
King of Bombs.
No
honestly,
fucking shit.
I would not be that upset if it was the case. Bomb King, King of Bombs. Just like, wow.
That's like...
Okay. But yeah, like this game, how did we even start playing it again?
I think we were like,
what can we play?
Why don't we pick
that
something?
Isn't Smite.
Yeah. Like Paladins.
Paladins. Hi-rez. Got it.
And then for some reason...
it just kind of stuck this time,
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, hey.
That's fine. It's a nice change of pace.
It's a nice change of pace. It's not an Overwatch clone. Please stop calling it that. Stop.
We've played both. I personally can't. I don't know what it is. I know the game premise is the same shit. The payloads and the capture points, whatever. We get it.
Oh no.
But for some reason it just feels so much more executed.
It feels different.
Paladins.
Definitely. Like, we both, prefer the Paladins on there. But we've both had the experience of Overwatch as well, just to get that little contrast there. And if you do like Overwatch more, then hey, more power to you. But once you start,
give Paladins a chance. Honestly, like
give it a go. Like it's fun.
There's people that I've played with that. Ugh, excuse me, not really. I'm a pig. Anyway, no, there's people that we've played with that like prefer Paladins, like, or they say they enjoy Paladins, even though they're religious Overwatch players. So if you like Overwatch, the idea of Overwatch, or you completely hate Overwatch, kind of like how I did.
That team-based combat, if you like that sort of thing, then, there'd be no harm in checking out Paladins at least. And hey, it's free at that point. Of course, you got the Founders Pack and stuff, but, you got your rotations, you got your free entry-level champs.
You can play the entire game for free, unlock all that crap. It would take you forever and a half.
Yeah.
But you could do it.
But it's possible, yeah, totally. And you can always try to chime in during the rotation, because the rotations change each week. So, like, if you see a champ that you wanted to try, it's like, oh, hey, I don't know, Bomb King's... No, actually, I don't know if Bomb King's like your... You get Victor for a damage. I don't remember. I got Founders Pack, so I can't tell who the initial... So I guess Bomb King was in rotation at one point. That's before I got the Founders Pack. So, like, you could do that to pick out which champs you want to play and stuff, but I guess what I see a lot is still people just kind of trying to do a compare and contrast to see, like, one is better than the other. But I like to think that both of them bring different things to the table, really, because they feel different, like you said, Yeah,
I don't know. I mean,
something about it.
Like, I don't know, the controls feel like they'd be the same. It's a first-person shooter. Although it is nice that you can switch to third-person at the flick of a button.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's great that they implemented that, too. It's like, this reminds me of how... this reminds me of how people used to compare, like, Team Fortress 2 and Overwatch. When Overwatch debuted, people were kind of comparing it to like, this has been done. Team Fortress 2 has already, had a firm grip on this team-based fight. And then the people on Overwatch side were like, yeah, but Overwatch is different. It's the exact same thing. It's happening with Paladins.
Yep. Now that Overwatch has been here first, and then Paladins was in development way longer than Overwatch. Just Overwatch got it done first,
right?
Because they had the money and their Blizzard.
Yeah, and I don't. Yeah, Blizzard. It's a fucking juggernaut. But like, even so, I wouldn't call it a clone of Overwatch. I wouldn't call it Clone Overwatch. And sure, you got similarities. Like, you can look up on YouTube or some shit, and you can find people doing comparisons of different characters from both rosters doing the same move, like Makoa and Roadhog with pulling the chain and bringing someone closer. Or I think the more popular one people bring out is the Fernando Reinhardt you know, with the shield, that sort of thing. So, like, oh, yeah, totally, you know, they got similar moves, you know, whatever, but they're not exact carbon copies.
Oh, my God. So,
you know,
my favorite was, what you even brought it up the other day, it was, McCree is basically Androxus. All right, bitch, let me
freeze!
Don't come at my baby like that, for one. But Androxus... none of the moves are the same at all.
Like, I think there's one where you can empty your round or something.
No, they changed that even. Like,
they changed it? Okay.
Androxus used to have, his left trigger used to be just like a burst fire out of the revolver.
Yeah.
But now it's literally a fist to someone's face.
Okay.
Like, if you get close enough, you just punch them for a better amount of damage.
Just give them a good fisting, yeah.
Yep.
So, like, they alter that, and that might even be because of the limelight of, hey, you're copying Blizzard. You know, that could be just because they want to add different things to their roster, because, you know, they have characters in there that have nothing to do with different bits of Overwatch. You know,
it's like McCree is like all high noon, and then
but
and then what? He just auto locks on and kills people.
Yeah, like
Androxus,
McCree has like an aimbot for like who he looks at, but Androxus doesn't have that. So so now all the little strings that they had to tie it together, they just kind of got snipped, because now Androxus is like nothing like McCree, except the fact that he holds one hand cam.
I kind of cringed when you said snip, because I thought balls and then snip and then no children. That was a slight
snip.
No.
Is that like moist for you? Like the word moist? It's like snip.
Moist, I don't care. Like I said, the word moist. If you've watched The Shining, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember the scene where Jack Nicholson walks in the bathroom and there's that naked lady that rises out of the tub?
Ah!
Oh no, I'm gonna finish it now.
No.
And then, as soon as the word moist hits, she starts turning all moldy and spongy and like just like
gross,
disintegrates into the floor or whatever it was.
I don't like
That's the word moist for me.
That's moist. Jesus.
It's like it doesn't mean harm, but then you really listen to it, it's like, oh, that's fucking gross.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's grody.
Moist swamp ass.
Moist. Oh, swamp ass.
When I picture swamp ass, it's just like literally someone's got like seaweed and fucking mushrooms going out of their ass crack.
Oh god, algae growing on there or some shit. I don't know. You know, like that layer of swamp, the top of swamp water.
Where it's just like all
like
algae.
Goop, yeah. The goop, yeah, goop ass. That's also the feeling you get, like you get a sweaty ass crack, you know? Like, you're in public or you're doing something, you're busy, so you can't really, like, wipe it off unless you go to the bathroom. That's swamp ass, you know, that sweaty ass crack. That's a horrible feeling. It's like, oh, God, I feel gross. And, like, yeah, that's how I feel swamp ass is. You get that murky feeling. It's awful. And it's worse for those who have, like, hairy. It was very hairy. So if you have, like, a hairy crack, it's even worse.
Uh-huh.
It's like the dingleberry problem. It's the exact same demographic of people who have the dingleberry problem. We were talking about a video game, now we're talking about butt cracks. So yeah, like another one. Fucking Fernando. Do you know if Fernando's dash knocks people back? There's a card that allows you to. For a certain quantity.
That's the other thing. Cards, like, you can customize, like, different passive abilities for your characters.
Yeah.
In Overwatch, don't get me wrong, I haven't played it in over a year at this point, maybe a little less, but I don't remember there being able to adjust abilities.
And I know some people...
perks and everything like that, too.
Yeah, like, I know some people don't want to mess with that. Hell, we got achievements for it, and, like, 3% of the populace on Paladins...
It was 1.78% of the Paladins population...
on Xbox.
...actually made their own deck to customize the hero out of basic stats.
Yeah.
Which really fucking helps.
Which is really helpful. Like, I was kind of surprised by that, because this stuff could really be changing. Like, I'm sitting here trying to shuffle through my deck, or, you know, load out. I'm going to call it a deck because there's cards.
Yeah,
but yeah, like, I'm going through the deck, I'm like, okay, well, this character benefits most from this move, so I'm going to try to find more cards from this move. Update. So, like, it's a very good, another layer of meta play. You know, it's another good layer of meta play. I don't even know if they, like, do they do card adjustments? I have no idea if they do adjustments to, I think they do. Like, they can add a card for a character.
On
Paladins.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, the card play is another layer of meta play there. And I think it's a good idea. And I was surprised by the fact that people just kind of go with the default.
I mean, they get the job done, but like, if you actually take the time to build your own deck or character, technically, it gets decent.
Yeah, it gets really decent, especially when you plug in. It's like, okay, which move do I use the most? Unfortunately, sometimes you don't have like what you use the most on there. Like, prime example for me with Grover, there are no cards for his normal auto attack, which is unfortunate because that is the best part of his kit. 1,024 damage.
I was gonna say his legendary perk that his legendary thing that you can choose at the beginning.
Damage over distance. Yeah. So basically, Grover, the tree man here, he throws an axe, and it does a lot, and I mean a lot of damage. And there's this one perk that you have to select one of like 3 or 4 perks at the beginning of each match. And there's a perk for Grover that allows your axe to do more damage the farther it travels, up to 60% more, I believe. And I hit somebody. Like, I was getting into a sniping fight with an actual sniper, which just kind of goes to show how awesome the axe is. And I hit him for 1,024 damage. And it was just redonkulous. But unfortunately, there are no cards inside, like, the loadouts or decks that advance that. And I can't even do the reload speed thing anymore. Before, when we initially downloaded it, it was present, where... also in-game, you buy, I don't know if you'd call them power-ups or something. There's like an in-game store, like in the match, like as you get credits as the match goes on, you buy power-ups, essentially, like you can decrease your cooldown times, you can increase your reload speed. The reload speed used to be available for Grover, and I would just chuck axes at the speed of sound, and it's ridiculous, just like...
Okay, so like even the thing there, you're saying about chucking axes, I swear to God that back when I played, Grover he was a melee character.
He was.
His vine didn't pull himself to wherever he threw it.
Okay.
It was like Smite, where he would pull people towards him, and then his melee point was to beat the shit out of them.
Wow.
But now Makoa exists.
Yeah.
So he's got the whole pulling thing, and then Grover just got his abilities.
Yeah, because when I started, he had already had the throwing axe, but I know there were phases well beforehand with Paladins where he probably did that.
Androxus too got one of his abilities completely changed from 3-round bursting to fisting.
To fisting, yeah. His fisting is king.
His fisting's really good.
Androxus the Fist
I
King.
mess around with an Androxus fisting.
Yeah.
Androxus the Godslayer.
The Godslayer, the Godfister. But yeah, like, it's really cool to have all these different, just several layers of meta play, and this is kind of their way of approaching it, which just goes to show it's still, it's different. It's not a clone. Just leave Paladins alone. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I think that we can end that rant on Paladins. Point is,
yeah.
Overwatch and Paladins, arena shooters, yes, they feel different.
They feel
Try
different.
it out. Paladins is free if you have Overwatch. Just try it out.
Just try it out. And if you like one more than the other, good for you. That's whatever.
If not, then come back and tell us how wrong we are.
Yeah.
About opinions.
About how we feel opinionatively. Okay. Oh man, jeez, that was a long one.
that veered off a lot quicker than I thought it would.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, we really get passionate about hi-rez shit, don't we? We talk about this so much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh Jesus.
I don't even know. I don't know. Hold up. I'm gonna process something in my head. So.
Okay. All right. Take your time. Just let it brew. Let it broil. Is it like a swampy broil? Do you have swamp mind?
My mind is on I don't have to focus on school right now because my last full day of classes were today, so I'm just like
yeah.
I gotta finish final projects, but that's not much work left to do.
Right.
Trying to think.
Just trying to.
What can I do? Starting. I can go visit my goddaughter. I haven't seen her since she was born.
There you go. Yeah, now that you're wrapping your school stuff up, you could take the time and do these things.
Go visit, spend some time with people I care about.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. All right. I mean,
get ready for post college.
no, that's That's March 19th.
March 19th.
Post college.
Ooh-wee.
Bro, I'm not even ready.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, it's just like, yeah, no, there's a couple of people that I feel like I've been blowing off that would hopefully be nice to like get some time to.
No.
I'm not an ignorant jerk. I promise, friend. Or now, if you probably downgraded me to an acquaintance at this point.
Acquaintance,
but
colleague.
Peoples that I associate with, I swear to God, it's not because I was ignoring you. It's because college at like 16 credit hours plus a minimum of like 35 to 40 hour work weeks, I was just dead.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to move from bed. And now that I have a lot, not like a schoolwork load, granted, I'll have holiday work hour loads, which is fine. But school not be in the way, I can at least get like a day or two to myself to do things.
Yeah.
Priority is visiting my godchild and her brother. I'm just going to call him my niece and nephew at this point. But much easier that way.
Yeah, it's like I had trouble working with my soul. The social life's going to be a little bit, on the back burner there.
Yeah, no, like this will be nice. Like I want to get caught up with people, so
yeah,
that's what I'm going to do over my break. So,
excellent.
Any of my friends listening to this and you want to catch up, hit me up starting next week, Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if we say
here I am saying but your schedule.
Yeah, this is. I mean,
yeah,
you included.
Yeah.
I see you on a weekly basis at this point now, though. So.
Yeah, essentially. So it's like I'm already up to snuff on the now, that sort of thing. Oh man.
We got this recording session in a little early. I'm excited.
Yeah. That was a good talk. Like it took a while to get the ball rolling, but eventually we started moving. Once we started talking about our religious endeavors in hi-rez things, hi-rez things. I bet you someone would be like, just hi-rez things, not fixing your games. Oh. Fucking people. My God.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we're hitting over the 40-minute mark. I think we're good.
Yeah, I think that's enough. I think they've heard the mouthful there of our spiels.
All right. Well, guys, thanks again for watching. If anyone's new, awesome. Thanks for listening. If you made it this far or skipped to this point and heard me say thank you for skipping to this part.
Yeah, if you skipped and started hearing about swamp ass, you're brave if you continued after hearing just swamp ass.
But today is the 8th. I didn't say that in the beginning. I meant to. Unless I did, then oops. But again, try to do this weekly, so drop a comment. Maybe we'll talk about something you mentioned.
Batista, bomb that like button, please.
And the subscribe button, too. That'd be dope.
And that, yeah.
Share it with your friends, or...
RKO that share.
Share with your friends, or share with the people you hate and make them hate their lives as well.
Yes, that's also a thing. You can weaponize us and send us to your enemies and be like,
this is great. Psych, they're about to listen to so much toxic bullshit. But, alright, guys, until next week, we will talk to you later.
Yep. Do it all.